was just sat at home one day and I saw the advert for UCFB and immediately just went, I want to do that. Looking back now, probably one of the best choices that I made. My name is Chandley. I did football, business and media, and now I'm head of social media and marketing for Redmen TV. My role varies quite a lot. Predominantly is social media and marketing, so within that I engage with fans through Twitter, Facebook and Instagram and other platforms, gather their thoughts on what they think about certain topics around the local football club, and just have a bit of feedback with them and talk to them like they've got a voice to talk to rather than the club that just feeds them information, so I get to talk to them quite a lot. I also write articles. I also head up the articles on the website, so when articles come in, I'll edit them, upload them, put them onto the website and again share them through social media. I also organise guests for shows. I have to do social reports, analytics for the social accounts that I run, and I guest on shows as well. So the role actually came about through UCFB. Paul and Chris obviously got in touch and they wanted an intern for 2 or 3 different roles. Initially Paul came for a little talk to kind of tell people what the roles were about, and then later on, a month later, they'd be advertising for certain roles. They wanted someone for marketing and they wanted someone for social media as well. I applied, got accepted for that, did my interview, and within the interview kind of said I felt that marketing and social media kind of went hand in hand, and then afterwards I found out that I got the role for essentially 2 jobs. It started 2 days a week, so I was coming towards the end of my first year, so I was coming 2 days a week and do full days. Then summer came along and I came in every day, just turned up, learnt more. I knew through previous work and working in a professional environment that you learn more on the job, so I thought by coming in more, being more hands-on, there'll be more opportunities for me, I'll get more responsibilities, and it kind of developed through there. But I was going through a bit of a turning point in my life, probably. It sounds a bit deep, but in my career, and I'd worked as a chef for 13 years. Turned out that I completely hated it, didn't want to do it anymore. And I was applying for jobs at Tesco to be a delivery driver for garden centres. And madly enough, I was just sat at home one day and I saw the advert for UCFB, and immediately just went, I want to do that. Chased the avenues. I remember I recorded the advert. I showed my dad and I said, "Listen, what do you think?" He said, "You can do this." Phoned them up, got in touch. They said, "Go and do an access course first because you've been so long out of education, just get you up to speed and stuff." And I did that. Probably the best, looking back now, probably one of the best choices that I made. I had to sacrifices along the way, obviously being full-time employment to then being a student to being short on cash quite a lot. It was difficult, but looking back now, it's worked out really well for me. When I was younger, nothing like this ever existed, and as I mentioned before, the career that I was in, I didn't know until I saw it and thought, one passion I've always had since I was a kid was either playing football, playing video games, playing on football, and I'd never really had an interest in anything else besides football, and it just seemed to think that's what I want to do. I wasn't really good at education when I was in school because things didn't interest me, and this kind of went hand in hand of going, I need to go and learn something else, I need to change career. Football interests me, and media was kind of one of the things of, you don't know what jobs are out there sort of thing, so an avenue I wanted to go down. I wasn't really interested in the finance stuff and the numbers, whereas media kind of appealed to me because obviously I watch football on a regular basis, and that interested me ultimately more than anything else. When I first started, I kind of always wanted them as separate entities, and I thought I don't want to mix my passion and love for Liverpool Football Club with my job, because if I didn't like my job, then I wouldn't like Liverpool, or if Liverpool went forward well, then I wouldn't like my job, vice versa. And it's turned out quite the opposite. I think Redmen TV is different in the sense that it's not professional as in how it's produced, in the sense of it's presented to people like you would Sky Sports News. That's talking at people, whereas we talk with people, and I think that's what's really struck me about this job and what resonates with me is I like that engagement with people. I'm a football fan, so I like to talk about football, and it's literally my job is to talk about football. We can't go wrong, whereas I don't think I wouldn't like a different role at Sky Sports or BBC or one of the other ones. It's just a lot more relaxed, which kind of suits my personality, I feel, and that's what drew me to the role of Redmen TV. I've been really lucky since I started. I've been here for 2 years now, so within that time we reached 2 Champions League finals, obviously won one of them, and it's been a learning curve for me in the sense that I had little experience in working in this environment. I think I had a couple of months at Berska Football Club before that, but you get the highs, the lows, you get the reactions of fans, highs and lows of that, and how to deal with those reactions and stuff. So, I've been really fortunate that it's been often more highs and stuff, and you learn to adapt. If you say something on Twitter or something, it's not personally directed at me, but at the same time, you ride the wave of good times, and You know, it's been reflected. I've been able to see results of the social numbers grow, which has been really good, and I think that's not, I can't take all the credit for that as much as I'd like to, but you know, it's to do with Liverpool Football Club becoming a bigger brand, being successful on the pitch has helped make my job a lot easier. My piece of advice for UCFB students would be to make the most of your opportunities that you get, and they will get preached this on a daily basis from lecturers, from people coming in to give careers advice and stuff, but you know, it's something that I did and it's really worked out for me, and there's people that were on my course that did exactly the same, having the same results, and you can see who put the effort in working and who didn't, because people are scrambling for jobs and stuff now, whereas some people are actually sorted out. So you might see an opportunity, for example, we had one that was filming for squash and everyone immediately went, no, I'm not interested in that, but it's not the squash that's the issue. You're learning how to film, and you don't know how vital that piece of work that you do will be in 2-3 years time. If an employee can see you made an effort from year one on the go and you're taking every opportunity that you can do, yes, it's hard because you want to go out and party with your mates, yes, it's hard because you've got studying to do, but you know, you put the graft in now, you will get results at the end of it.